Hello again, everybody. It's time for another edition of the 80-60 rule. I'm Mark, and I am 60 years old.
Hello, everyone. How are you? I'm Greg, and I'm 81 years old, but we're going to keep it at 80 and 60. A guy asked me today, when are you going to do it? I said, we'll keep it at 80 and 60.
Right. It's trademark.
Yeah,
So,
trademark,
Yeah. So, anyway, how you doing? What's
Fine.
going on? Beautiful day outside?
Yes, it has. Yeah. Shall we get started?
Yes, let's get started. Tell me what's
All
new.
right. This is, of all the things I read this week, this gave me the most satisfaction.
Okay.
Most satisfaction to read. I'm so happy about this because it happens to people that we all know. Alzheimer's drug Leqembi was full approval from the FDA.
Yeah, that's terrific news.
Let me just read it a little bit. It cleared the way for Medicare and other insurance plans to begin covering the treatment for people with this brain-robbing disease. They suggested that Leqembi worked by clearing a sticky brain plaque linked to the disease.
Yeah.
The initial price. Take a guess what the initial price is.
I have no idea. This is
$26,000.
for what?
I guess that the pills.
What, $26,000?
Yeah, for a year, $26,000 for a year's supply.
Wow. Yeah.
They say though that it's going to be covered for Medicare and other insurance plans to begin covering the treatment.
Okay, great. So that's terrific news.
But the main thing, Mark, you're not in my age group, of course. I see people with this, and they were like really, they were Parkinson's. I have a friend of mine. He's had four different doses of Parkinson's. Now it's got not one, so it's better. So it's just something, but nothing makes me happier than something like this. But
Yeah, me neither. This is terrific news. Too many people, and it's not just people in your age group; it's younger people as well. That it starts affecting. So this is.
Well, you never know. Yes, you never know what happens. I always thought that like if you're active and this or not, and you still can get it.
Yeah, I think it's genetic.
Yeah, you think it's genetic? Like I remember the first one that hit me on this was like, remember Sergeant Schreiber?
Yeah,
he had it.
Well, we've talked before, but my father had it,
Yeah.
and he was diagnosed at 60.
At 60, yeah.
Yeah. So
may I ask you, because you're at 60 now, soon to be something else. Does that work on you at all, Mark?
Oh yeah, does it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure. There'll be something, and I'll go, and I don't, in my mind, I'm going, okay, is that a sign, or am I going, or is this just what 60 is?
Yeah.
And then I always feel a little better when somebody else forgets something, or somebody else loses their car keys or whatever. So yeah, it plays on your mind, but so far so good.
So I'm reading an obituary and it says, so Joe Smith, 81. I said, oh, great. Why did it have to be 81? So get a hold of yourself. There's other people. It's a whole world out there.
Exactly.
Let's go to the next one. Let me get my notes for a minute, okay?
All right. This is probably something to do with the All-Star game, I'm thinking. It's coming up.
This is, no, not the All-Star game. This is something that that we talked a little bit about, which is ridiculous.
Was it about the home?
Yeah, I don't understand people, Mark. I thought I had a good pulse with people, and then you go like, sometimes I go like, what the hell? Now, missing person case from 2050 is a hoax. The case of a Texas man who was reported missing as a teen in 2015 and found alive last week at a church. They revealed there was no hoax. the man was only gone for a day, but he said that he and his mother maintained the ruse for 8 years by using false names.
I
Of all
don't,
the things, why do you do that?
so it was a hoax or it wasn't a hoax?
It was a hoax. Why do you do that?
There had to
What-
be money involved, right?
Uh, um,
Meaning
no,
like
no,
there had
no.
to be some sort of scam where they were making out on the deal, right?
As they say, the mother continued to deceive police by remaining adamant that her son was still missing.
Was there an insurance policy? Probably
I
not,
don't
right?
know. I don't think so.
Oh, I don't know, man. It's just weird.
Now, what makes somebody? What's in somebody's mind?
You know what? I think I know it, but I'm going to be very careful here. Uh, and meaning I think it's called something. So hold on one second. What is Munchausen's disease?
Here's an answer from Wikipedia. Munchausen
Here.
syndrome, pronounced Munchausen, is a mental illness.
Munchausen.
That repeatedly fakes disease, illness, or sight.
It's when no, now it disappeared. It's where I was reading it. It's a mental illness where somebody repeatedly fakes disease or emotional trauma. So it's been diagnosed, not with this particular woman, but as Munchausen disease, where you fake something because you enjoy the attention. So I'm just saying, when you say, why does that happen? It's crazy.
That person's just sick. He's crazy.
Yeah.
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 Come on.
Yeah.
Now, the time that they should bill the people for time spent of the law enforcement trying to find somebody.
Yeah. I mean, somebody do this innocuously. There's a good word. Where it doesn't really affect other people. They might just, be the one in the family who's always got oh, my leg hurts, oh, my shoulder hurts, that type of person, because they like the attention. Doesn't really affect anybody. But when a missing person and they open up a whole thing and all the resources, yeah, you're right. There should be some sort of accountability.
Yeah.
Virtual high five.
Remember Smollett?
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah. Down in Chicago.
Yeah.
Jussie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else I have here? I have a little follow-up on the Wheel of Fortune.
All right. Follow up. We've got some updates coming in as we speak.
Yeah, with Wheel of Fortune, I said because I was wondering why didn't Vanna White get a shot. Her contract is up next year, but they're trying to be able to get high-profile people. And Seacrest has been in American Idol and disc jockey and many other things. So he's got more of a national name, I guess.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But you would think that she would be at least considered or asked if she would want to.
Well, I didn't see it, but you saw it when she filled in and you said she was fantastic.
I thought she was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. And well, you never know. Things change, right? Right. Let's another thing here. Do you I didn't follow them at all, Mark. The Eagles. The tour, the band, the Eagles. Huh?
Band.
Yeah, did you
Yeah, because you follow the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles.
Your shirts are either Phillies or Eagles.
Right,
yeah,
right.
you're talking about the group.
The
Eagles.
Tour.
Oh yeah.
They're
Oh
going
yeah,
on
big
tour.
time.
Yeah. It will go to 2025. So
one last tour that goes to 2025.
Yeah, starting from the East Coast.
Yeah. No, I followed them forever. They've been around forever. They did one of these before, but now Glenn Fry passed away, so I think they really mean it now. But they did they had an album called When We'll Get Back Together When Hell Freezes Over, and that's probably like 30 years ago. So they've kind of ended before, but this time, all being in their 70s, they mean it.
Are they all from this country?
The Eagles?
Yeah.
Yeah, California. Most of them California. Now there's different incarnations, but mostly they were a California band. Yeah, kind of that for they, basically kind of introduced that country rock sort of blend.
Yeah.
And great songwriters, Don Henley, Joe
There's
Walsh.
some things like many times I didn't connect. Like I always listened to, always liked all those songs from the Four Seasons, but what's
Frankie Valli.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were all his songs. Frankie Valli.
Yeah,
It was
yeah. It could have just been Frankie Valli,
yeah.
but it was Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. Is what they
Yeah,
did.
yeah. How about now? Did you know? Wham, Wham, George Michael.
Yeah, we're not my thing, but yes.
Yeah, it's just I just watched at Netflix on him.
Oh, really?
Called Wham. Yeah, he was a very talented guy.
It was probably all about George Michael, I'm sure, right?
Yeah. Him and Andrew Ridgeley.
Right. Very good. Look at
Yeah.
you with your
Well,
documentary watching over there.
Right? I do my notes.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting to see that. Let's take some sports. All-Star game. Does it mean anything to you, Mark?
Used to when I was a kid, it was the biggest night of the summer. I wanted to see the introductions, wanted to see my team out there in my uniform with the other teams. Now that I'm 60, not as huge of a deal. But I will say that it usually falls where the whole family's together, and for some reason, and we have enjoyed watching the home run derby more than the All-Star game. We don't really watch the All-Star game like I used to, but the home run derby has become kind of a thing. Yeah.
It's interesting. What am I don't know if I'm old school or like no school at all, just out of it. The fact that I question a home run derby if that was my team.
Oh,
I don't want him getting tired.
yeah, exactly. When I see, at the last couple of weeks, so and so is going to be in the home run derby, I go, well, he's going to fall apart in the second half because they definitely overexert themselves. Pete Alonso was one who's way too intense about it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's great. We know you hit home runs. You don't have to ruin yourself for the next month here.
Now, who was the guy? I can't remember if he's from Toronto or Kansas. He won it last year.
Seattle?
Yeah.
Rodriguez?
I can't remember the name. Last year, I thought he was going to be the star of the year of those. Is he still big?
He's still big, but I don't think he's having a great year this year. I think last year was a great year, but and I don't mean it's a bad year, but not as great, I think. So, no, he's good.
I've been asking the questions of some people. This is my question. I have a lot of questions all the time. And my question for base, what makes you like baseball?
Me? Yeah, I guess
Say one thing.
one thing.
Or two things.
Well, this is gonna sound weird, but I like the simplicity of it. So simplicity, and I'm gonna do another word, childhood.
Okay.
So it reminds me when I watch a game in the summer, or when I'm in my backyard and I hear a neighbor a couple doors down has the baseball game on the radio, it makes me think of being in my own backyard when I was a little kid and hearing another neighbor listening to the baseball game. So it's kind of eternal. So simplicity and childhood.
I thought I was thinking of that so I could answer my own question. And it happened this weekend with the Cubs, actually. Unpredictability.
Yeah.
I said, well, this guy's going to go. They're out. What? Boom, boom. Strike out. What? It was hit. Game over.
Yeah.
They won.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unpredictability. Let's do another one more thing here, if I may, Mark. Which I like this. The NBA is trying to flopping. They want to get rid of flopping. And let me see what they said. It'll be a flop, which will be determined by the referees in the game, will be penalized by awarding the opposition one free throw and possession of the ball. Got it? The player who commits the flop will be assessed an unsportsmanlike technical foul, which won't count towards the personal fouls or lead to an ejection. Those fouls are something. One thing they might have to minimize to try. It's nice the way they do it, but it's like, come on, that they have to complain about every play.
Right. So that should be the next step.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't surprise me if they don't introduce that, like following this, like in a week or two. They're going to do this one, let everybody kind of bitch and moan about it, and then do another one to follow it up, because I think they're taking the lead from baseball. Baseball did such a dramatic thing with that time clock.
Yeah.
You know, that when I watch it and I see how it is, like, they don't mess around. They totally, meaning the umpires or the league, they totally changed the game. It's so interesting. It's so nonstop. Things are happening. Everything's, it's much shorter time span, and you really got to be on the ball. That I bet you basketball is going, you know what? Those flops take up so much time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also your point, that complaining about every call takes up so much time. So there is going to be penalties assessed for those, some sort of, maybe they're along the lines of what you just said, because I think they need to kind of condense it down so they don't lose it to kids playing video.
For next segment, not this time, next week, could you come up with I was watching the game, I get confused, like, if you look at the picture, then you
all right.
Don't look at the picture, then they can't time out, or when did they do time out? I see them talking more than 30 seconds in a meeting that pitcher's mound.
Yeah.
Can you go over that with the
viewers?
Yeah,
I'll go over that because it's not that complicated, but I'll go over it. It's just when you have one or two guys like pitchers who are going to like make it complicated, then it becomes like, oh man, come on. I know what you mean. It's like, yeah. So
I'm trying to figure it out. Well, really had a nice time today, huh?
Yeah.
Some good discussions.
Good stuff. It was nice talking to you. Always nice talking to you. I'm going to do that homework you asked about, and then I'm also going to send you a couple of songs from the Eagles. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, because something like I'm clueless sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. What if I say Hotel California? Does that ring a bell?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's the Eagles. So.
But it's something I watched a show on. They honored the Beach Boys. I knew all the songs. I knew the Beach Boys. Is that more before you?
Well, it's a little bit before me, but I'm very familiar with them. Yeah. But you knew all the songs, but you didn't know the performers, you said. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So, all right. Well, anyway, Greg, you have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Bye.